made a major move today to 114K, but now we're back down to 108K. Was that a bull trap, or will we be able to bounce back up and create a higher high? Let's find out today. Welcome back to Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. I'm Flex, and today we're diving into a full top-down analysis on Bitcoin. We're going to start from the higher time frames, work our way down to the lower time frames, and check to see if we find any good setups. Now remember, this is not financial advice. I'm just reading the charts. All right, guys, it's about 7:36 p.m. Eastern time. The price of Bitcoin is currently at 108,575. And before we go over the top-down analysis, I want to go over this winning trade. Yesterday, I left you guys on the 1 hour chart with this flag with the measured move taking us about 114,500, and we made it up to exactly 114K. So this to me is a winning trade. Congratulations to whoever took this trade. You had to wait for it though, because they faked us out. They made us get out of the pattern, and then boom, they boomed us back up this morning. So once again, congratulations. This was a tough trade, but a big win for the Flex Candle community. All right, guys, so starting off here with the weekly chart, we still have 5 days and 1 hour before this candle closes. The stochastics RSI is showing bearish divergence. We're rolling over on the stochastics here. We are bouncing off the 50 moving average the last 2 weekly candles, so that is in itself a little bit bullish. Right now, we just got rejected off the 21 moving average at 112,743. Let's see how the week ends up closing. Now on the 6th day is looking bearish because we're rolling over here on the stochastics RSI. Take a look at the 3-day. We still need more room to continue going sideways before we could start rolling back up on the stochastics RSI here. Same thing goes for the 2-day chart. Now on the daily chart, we finally rounded out and it looks like we're on the way up, but if we zoom in here, I'm starting to see a little curve. It's very possible that we could just roll over just like we did in this situation. We rolled over twice before we were able to make a bigger move up. So something like that could definitely happen. We have to watch out for that. Now this is where I had the head and shoulder pattern that will take us down to about 101, 102K, and we did break the neckline, and then all of a sudden we got back above the 200 moving average. So I'm actually glad that this hasn't played out, but we're not out of the woodwork yet. So far today, we have 20 minutes before this candle closes, and right now we're getting a red engulfing candle with this long wick here bouncing us down from the 50 moving average, which is currently at 114,195. That could be looked upon as bearish. As long as we can stay above this 200 moving average, and preferably if we could stay above 110K. Yesterday we closed the candle at 110,532, but today we're at 108,346. Now we've dropped since the beginning of this episode. It's looking more bearish. I'm just hoping we could stay above the 200 moving average even if we close red, and that's currently at 107,995. So let's see what ends up happening there. On the other time frames, the 22-hour time frame is getting a little toppy. I was talking about how this could be a possible inverted head and shoulder with the left shoulder head, and we would have to make it to about the 200 moving average, and then we could get rejected and make the right shoulder. We only made it to the 100 moving average. If we could go sideways and not fall below this head, which is basically at 103,000 with this wick, if you want to count the candle bodies, we can't go below 106,518 basically. We could still make that right shoulder and pop up. By the time you know it, we could be back up at 120K. Let's see what ends up happening, because the stochastics are a little toppy here. We go over to the 10-hour chart. It shows we got rejected off the 200 moving average. Right now we have a red engulfing candle. This also closes in 20 minutes, and we're losing the 21 moving average. Stochastics RSI are on the way down. RSI is on the way down. It's not looking good. These are kind of tweezer tops here. On the 4-hour chart, stochastics here could save us. We're on the way up. If we zoom in though, it kind of looks like we want to roll over. Let's see what ends up happening. We never fully went down. The RSI is pointing down, and we just lost the 21 moving average. Yesterday I was telling you guys we're above the 21, but we really got to get above the 200 moving average. We never did that. We barely touched it. We didn't even get to touch actually. Now we have 2 red candles after this green one. If we roll over, it definitely looks like we might be going lower. This is a bearish sign that we were not able to get above the 200 moving average. Now on the 1-hour chart, this is where we had this flag from yesterday where we got the winning trade. Once again, congratulations to whoever took that. But ever since we made that move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red candles in a row, we lost basically all the moving averages. The stochastics RSI still have to reset, so it's not looking good right now. It looks like we have more downside to go. It looks like we might be breaking 108K. On the 15-minute chart, we have been dragging here on the floor for a while here. Eventually we have to get a bounce up. We have to get back above this 200 to 21 moving average, which is at 110,621, in order for us to try to stay bullish here. Maybe this is some type of a long falling wedge, and maybe this brings us up back up to the top. I was telling you guys, I see us making some type of a move back up to 114, 115. We made it to 114, and so far we got rejected badly. We're back down to 108. This could signal, if we close this daily chart today under 110, the new range between 100K and 110K. Let's see what ends up happening, and let's see where we end up closing today at 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe, and if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.